Hi everybody, it's Leslie. Just a little workshop on some things that are going on right now I thought you might be interested in, especially for Aquarius. And remember, this is this is a good month, a very good month for us Aquarius, as far as possible to meet someone, if you want to meet someone, possible for your relationship to get a lot closer, a lot deeper, if that's what you've been wanting. It's possible you could even think about buying a home or remodeling your home in some way. It's also a good month for you to, some of you, all this is always for all of you, to get a loan for a home improvement of some type. But now Saturn currently is in Aquarius and will go to retrograde from June 4th, which it already has, to October 23rd. And which means it's a time to go back and redo, rethink, revise all the words, meaning redo, rethink, some things that you may have, to get rid of a lot of things. It's really time to get rid of a lot of things that aren't good, aren't healthy. But it's also a time for you to redo a lot of things, but also to bring new things in. We're going to do the new moon. Next week we'll do the new moon, and that's really the time to do that. It's on the 20th. Saturn stays in a sign for 2.5 years, which is for 30 months. Saturn moves 1 degree each month as there are 30 degrees of each planet and sign. Saturn will move into Pisces March 7th, 2023, where it will then stay for 2.5 years and be in Pisces. And then it's gone, Aquarius, it's gone. I probably shouldn't say this, and some may like it, some may not. Praise the Lord when it's gone. It's gone, because Saturn always wants to teach us lessons. But, sometimes we've had so many lessons to learn. What kind of lessons can you learn? I know that may sound that may sound silly, but it's not true. Sometimes, we've all had lots and lots of lessons. And sometimes, depends on where, for some of you, including myself, Saturn is right on your sun at the right degree. And if it is there, you've had a tough time. You've already had a real tough time, and you're having a tough time right now, also with your health. But it's almost like Murphy's Law. Anything you can do, it happens. But God seems to bring us out of almost everything. We seem to work our way out of it. Uranus stays in a sign for 7 years and moves 0.5 degree each month until it reaches 30 degrees. Every planet has 30 degrees. It moves on to the next sign. Uranus currently in Taurus until July 7th, 2025, when it moves into Gemini for 7 years. Uranus and Gemini will be in the best position for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in the air signs. Very good for fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. But it's not bad now. Uranus seems to come and go, depending on what you look at. Uranus seems to come and go in Aquarius, and because it is a ruling sign. It and Saturn can be kind of joint signs. Uranus is a planet of change, and it happens very quickly, very quickly. If you know the tarot cards, it would be the Knight of Swords, rushing in like the knight in shining armor. But it's something that comes right in and happens very quickly, and it can be very good. It can be very, very good. Neptune then stays in a sign for 14 years. It moves extremely slow, very slow. It only moves 2 degrees each year. Neptune is currently in Pisces, which is very inspiring, creative, artistic, mystical, and spiritual for the water signs, Pisces. And Pisces is a very spiritual sign, very intuitive sign. Cancer and Scorpio, earth signs. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The same for each earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Neptune and Pisces can bring on extreme fatigue or illness for the incompatible sign in air and fire Aquarius. Libra, Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. So let me read that again for you. Neptune and Pisces for the incompatible signs in air, fire, and Aquarius. That is, if it shouldn't bother you. It actually shouldn't bother you. Always read your rising sign before you read this. Neptune will move into Aries March 30th, 2025. Pluto stays in a sign anywhere from 14 to 30 years. Wow. It moves so slow and retrogrades. The speed depends on how close it is to the ecliptic sign of yours. Pluto currently in Capricorn until March 2023. It will then move into Aquarius until January 2044. Pluto brings transformation, great transformation. And sometimes Neptune can do that too some. Pluto brings transformation, change, many, many things. Pluto now in Capricorn is great for the earth and water signs. Many could get married, move, change careers, change your life, become a partner or a grandparent. The fire and earth signs could have some endings of marriages through divorce or get fired from a job. Pluto in Capricorn is not a compatible energy for fire and air signs. That's why they could experience a negative situation. But Pluto will break down or change something that needed to end or to change. That's why it's known as a great transformer. And it actually is a good sign. It actually is a very good sign because it only changes things that need to be changed. Just mainly I wanted to tell you about the Saturn. And it's time to realize for all of us that God made us. He made the planets. He made everything. He made the earth. So even though some may say, oh, it's because Saturn is in your sun, Saturn's in this house, that house, this can happen. But yet, whether it does or not, always trust God because He can change everything for you no matter what it is. No matter how bad people say that it's like people saying Mercury retrograde makes things go backwards. Well, it does, but it doesn't have to be so horrible for you. If you just trust God, He will help you with everything. Have a wonderful month. Bye-bye.